Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to another day of Minecraft. We're here back at the Adobe house after a huge, over 10,000 block journey. I do not wish that on anyone. And we're going to do, hopefully, a few improvements to the house today. I'm rested. I am so glad to be back home here in the Mesa. And we've got Bart, we've got the chickens. Now, here's one of the first little changes that I've done off camera. I'm going ahead and I'm replanting this tree over here in this area, just because I think it's going to fill out this area of the yard all right. I don't think I'm going to do anything with this area. I'm going to keep it blank, but depending on how high this tree goes, because it was perfect the last time, we'll just see what happens. If it grows to a perfect height, we'll just put the spruce bushes around and we will be good to go. Until then, I guess we just have to play the waiting game. The one thing we're going to try to do today, guys, is we are going to try and get rid of all of these torches. We are trying to go torch-free here in the house. And there are several ways that we could go about it. One of them was suggested by one of our viewers, and that was by putting a jack-o'-lantern behind these paintings to go ahead and light the way and light your way through some of the rooms. And that's a really good idea. However, the one thing that's going to be problematic is the outside walls. So I also considered doing something into the floor of going down 2 blocks, putting a jack-o'-lantern, and then putting a piece of stained glass on to kind of give an underneath lighting feel. I went ahead and experimented with that with several colored glasses, and it looked like crap, at least in my opinion. So I didn't know exactly what I was going to do, and then it occurred to me that on a tile house, there's one thing you are definitely going to have in a house of all tile, and that's rugs. We need to get some rugs here in the house. Maybe a tour going all the way down here, the hallway rug, and then we can go ahead and put jack-o'-lanterns underneath the rug, and it'll light the hallway up just fine, I'm thinking. So we're going to go ahead and experiment with that, and we'll just see what happens. Let's go ahead and get my pick. You see, I went on a flower picking expedition, as well as got some wool from the little flower forest down there. And I'm thinking a light right there. A light right there. That's 1, 2, 3. And a light right there. Yeah, I think that might work out just fine. Because we still want it, we're going to have the rug end right there. So maybe every 4 instead of every 3. Let's go with that. Oh, Bartholomew's having some fun out there. As he does. 1, 2. Oh, perfect. That gets just what we need. Now, I've made some jack-o'-lanterns. All you need, for those of you who don't know, is a torch and a pumpkin, which is one of the reasons I was growing those here. Now, let's go ahead and remove the torches from the wall. And everything still looks pretty well lit, I would have to say. Now, the question is, what exactly are we going to do? What kind of rug we're going to have in here? I know it's going to be too wide and so many long. So what kind of colors would be appropriate for an adobe rug? We're going to have to think about that. Now we can go ahead and just leave the glowstone there. I think I'm going to have just something small here. Let's maybe just some white rug right there in front of the sink. We can go with there. And we might actually still be able to put one of the jack-o'-lanterns here in the door. Actually, due to the fact that this is pretty much a pantry and not much else, we may just put a glowstone light right there. Maybe a red glowstone lamp. We have plenty of those, don't we? Yeah, we do. Do we have a lever? I think I've sworn I had built quite a few levers. Nothing's sticking out at me, so let's grab the cobblestone. We still have a few sticks. And we'll make a redstone lamp just so we can leave one room relatively in the dark if we so wish. Not that what am I doing? There we go. I have a horrible tendency of just leaving the lights on in my house, so I don't think we'll have a problem with any kind of intruders, I don't think. So, we'll put the light right there along with the switch. And take out that torch. Turn that off. Make sure I can still access. I like that. We'll just go ahead and leave that as is. Also, I did a little change to the bathroom using one of the item frames that we made. There's the toilet paper. Nice little block of wool right there. I still don't know what I'm going to do with the bathroom. I'm going to finish the I don't know what that's called. Basically just the bathroom counter. And it needs a sink, doesn't it? I just realized that. Well, we may have to come back to that a little bit later. It didn't even occur to me to put a sink there. It's not like washing your hands is important or anything after the bathroom, right? Now, let's take out... We need a lighting check in here. So we're going to do that. And just to be... Oh, can we not set the... Oh, we cannot set the pumpkin there. How about some polished? And we're still getting a little bit of light. That's actually coming from the brewing stand, if I recall correctly. So, let's go ahead and put... See, look how bright those jack-o'-lanterns are. They just light up everything in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, let's go ahead and, because of the bookshelves being right there, we can put that right there. And I think this place may be sufficiently lit. I hope so, at least. And we'll put maybe a nice rug right over here. Yeah, we'll see. Unfortunately, we couldn't make this even. That's going to bug me, but fortunately with the rug, I won't notice it too much. Hopefully those pumpkins are growing while I'm talking here. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. Perfect. Put one of them right in here. Detorch. Darkness check. Looks good to me. And so we'll pretty much have a rug in every room in the house, except for the pantry. That way we still see the tile. The tile is still awesome, but we also have a little bit more flavor inside. I think will definitely help out. Now, actually, you know what we may do? Let's go ahead and take out that. Oh, okay. It's got that light there, or the chest right there, so we can't do that. I was wondering if the pantry and the bathroom were pretty much at the same height, because we could have pulled that off. Now this is easy. Everyone always has that little kind of rug implement right over there in case something tends to leak. So we've got that and the lighting over here. And I think the bathroom is well lit as well. So we're out of jack-o'-lanterns. Oh wait, no, I have a pumpkin. Get ourselves one more. And it's nice and dark. This is as good a time as any to go ahead and test this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was actually thinking about moving this room just a little bit. Maybe moving the couch this way along this wall and putting maybe a few easy chairs or something. I think that might work, but what I do need to do now is let's go ahead and detorch. Live a little dangerously. Now that's my primary concern, is that right there. So it's dark in here. And now it's light again. Almost, that one thing almost gives us enough light for all the torches that we had. And actually gives a more intimate vibe of the house, I think. So, and yeah, that covers it. I knew it would. I was just checking to make sure. So, I guess we'll come back to the couch in here. Now, I think we may, just for safety's sake in here, put 2 more jack-o'-lanterns down in these corners. That way we don't have to worry about any unwelcome guest suddenly coming, and that should light these corners near the TV as well. So let's go ahead and get some shut-eye. And nothing's come out and attacked me yet, so I'll consider that a success. It's so good to sleep in a bed knowing that if you die, you'll be relatively close to all of your close things, or you know, all of your equipment. Ooh, hear the sweet smell. Oh, you are too small. I guess no. It's got to be a naturally grown thing. I was thinking I could just build the tree. Nothing to say I can't. But I just want to have it grow just a little bit. Now, oh, there's an arrow. 2 arrows, as a matter of fact. Any other skeletons die close by? If you have any bones to drop, I could use the bone meal for this tree. Oh, service with a smile. A nice skeleton smile. Yes? Ah, 2 bones. Excellent. That should cure what ails me. Let's go ahead and get this tree out of the way. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is I don't know whether I'm going to keep the torches on the outside. I think I actually might and just reposition them a little bit because I like kind of the old world vibe you have with the torches along the wall of the adobe house, but have it be modern inside. I think it's a cool kind of contrast. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I keep the torches on the outside and just maybe rearrange some of them on the back walls because I know they're all kind of messed up because I've changed the windows so much? Or should I go for a more outdoor lighting, or maybe do the jack-o'-lanterns with some glass and... Well, let me go ahead and show you guys because I've done this a lot on other builds. I am glad for fast-growing pumpkins. There we go. Let's go ahead and get you set up. Now, here's kind of what I'm thinking in terms of the outdoor lighting. And I don't have any glass, but this will pretty much explain what I'm thinking about. And do we have any? Here, I'll grab you. Now, I'm going to be using jungle. What are they? Jungle leaves for these because they're a lot thicker. And you could actually kind of hide stuff under them a whole lot better. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a block of glass right there, but down there below I'm going to have that light, then a block of glass, and then one of the jungle leaves. Now keep in mind it is going to be a lot thicker. And that can... Actually, let me go ahead and show you. I think I have a jungle leaf. I grabbed quite a bit of lumber from the jungle in the after the last episode ended. There we go. You see how much thicker even just the icon looks? Very green as well. So let's got that out of the way. That could work other than the fact that that wall's down there. So if you're not paying attention, I think that could be good. But I don't know. Like I said, guys, just go ahead and let me know if you like the torches or if we need to go ahead and try something else. I think it works either way, to be honest with you. But you know me. And... oh, sand. I was like, what am I forgetting? Oh yes, I am forgetting sand. Alright, bone meal. Let's see if we can get this tree actually grown the size that we want. That's not too shabby. It's similar to what we had. I don't remember if it may have been a block or two higher. No, I think that'll work out fine. And then we'll put the... well, we may do a little bit of trimming. Let's grab... we're going to use the jungle leaves this time. Looks like they have fruit hanging on them. Gives a really cool little dynamic difference there. Let's try... I'm getting so distracted this episode. It's okay though. Stuff to do is fun. So if I go ahead and use the shears, grab all the of the oak here, makes that look a little bit taller. And what can we throw away that we don't need? What's that quartz slab from? Oh, that's from the bathroom, because I took off that one slab to put the jack-o'-lantern up. And we'll just put you right there for now. We still need to figure out that sink situation, but that is for another time. I might do a minecart. I have one. Now, let's gather all this up. And we can actually see what that looks like. Needs to be a little bit fuller. So, we use the oak leaves here to grow just a little bit in random places. You know, well, I know it can't look completely perfect, otherwise it'll ruin the aesthetic. Yeah, ugh, I don't like that. Hell's bells. I had to be such a perfectionist when it comes to trees. I guess because I used to work in parks and cemetery maintenance when I was younger, and you tend to be kind of, not necessarily OCD, but making the pretty stuff look pretty is kind of a thing of pride at that point. Especially the graveyards. Gotta be respectful and make something that you know that when people come for funerals or to visit their loved ones or some such, that they know the place where they're resting is being taken care of. I worked there for a little bit before the air nearly killed me. Actually, that'd be a good time to go ahead and explain that for people who don't know. Some of you guys might notice every so often that despite I can speak well enough, but occasionally I have to take kind of deep breaths and well, we'll just wait for you to grow. I have to take somewhat deep breaths, and it sounds at times that I'm out of breath. I'm really not. It just takes me a little bit to get my air. The reasoning why is when I was young, I had an allergy to Bermuda grass. Now, Bermuda grass is all over southeast New Mexico where I grew up, so it was a pretty significant allergy. I was getting sick all the time, and I believe I was getting strep throat a lot. So then they went ahead and my parents got me allergy shots. So I had to go and get allergy shots twice a week. And then eventually it started out twice a week, and then it went to once a week for about 3 years. And then finally I stopped having symptoms, and that was pretty much that. Now, what was I doing beforehand? I completely spaced what I was doing. I'll get back to that story. Just actually, I'm running low on food. I can go ahead and cook while I'm telling it. And what had happened was I'd stopped taking the injections, like I said, and I thought I was relatively fine. Years and years went by. And then I got a job with parks and cemetery maintenance. And it was a pretty decent job. Woke up early in the morning, had to go, do all that kind of stuff. It was a new experience for me at the time. I think I was like 18, maybe 19, something like that. And I kind of took a lot of pride in it. I mean, don't get me wrong, there were some parts of the job that were complete and utter crap, but there were also parts of the job that I very much enjoyed. And I liked the crew I was working with, and everything was pretty much hunky-dory. And then all of a sudden, I started getting incredibly sick. I mean, like, maddeningly sick. And I was wondering what was going on, and Bartholomew, I know you want a potato, but I got really, really sick, and I was starting to cough. I was having a wet cough, and I don't think my parents realized how sick I was, because I was 19. I was still living at home, but I was trying to, kind of stay out of their way. I didn't want to come off as a burden to them. And I did something that, in hindsight, was really stupid considering my diagnosis. I went and took a long, hot shower thinking that would get the flu chills that I was having away, and I fell asleep in the shower. I laid down and passed out, and all of that hot steam was entering my lungs for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, until there was a knock on the door from my mother, wondering if I was okay, and I was like, and I felt like death. And my cough got really bad. And then finally, my parents were like, okay, you're going to the doctor. So we went to the doctor, and it's bad when the doctor checks your, puts the stethoscope to your lungs and says, breathe. And you take a long breath, and he's like, oh yeah, he has pneumonia. I am half tempted to hospitalize you. And you're just kind of like, ooh, there's no positive note on this story whatsoever. And there was none. I got my lungs x-rayed, and they asked me if I smoked. And I was like, no, not really. I did smoke back then, but not nearly to the extent other people had. I think a pack a month was probably my limit at smoking back then. It was more a social thing. And essentially what I had, and I don't know the actual name of it, but it's something valley fungus. And it's a disease that basically fungus grows inside your lung tissue. And it eventually does break apart when you're coughing and hacking and whatnot. But it also, when the fungus breaks off, it also breaks off a little piece of your lung tissue and causes some damage. In my 20s, or, in my start of my 20s, apparently I had the lungs of a 30-year-old man. So that disease did some serious damage, and the pneumonia I got from pneumonia I probably already had, but worsened by falling asleep in the shower, probably didn't help matters much. So my lungs got messed up, and I can still breathe okay. I have asthma attacks every so often, and as you can tell, I occasionally have to take a labored breath every now and then, but it doesn't impede me. I can still LARP and do physical activities. I just need to pace myself and always make sure I have an inhaler nearby. It hasn't really messed with me that much. So, yeah, little Wretch info for those of you who may have been curious. Not a smoker anymore, though. I'll tell you that right now. So, I guess there's nothing much to do except wait for the pumpkins to get grown, so we'll have a few more jack-o'-lanterns. Oh, wait a minute. I have the 2 jack-o'-lanterns that I need. Derp. Right there. And right there. And now everything is sufficiently lit in here, I think. Enough to my specifications. I don't think a mob can spawn here because there technically already is a block here. Ooh, I hear an Enderman. Hold on, before we end the episode today, I'm going to try and hunt down an Enderman, and that is the wrong size tree. That looks like a huge, Edward Scissorhands styled bush. So let's go ahead and chop that down. I know you're here, Enderman. I'm going hunting for you just as soon as I finish this and realize that I'm going at this tree with a mining pick. There we go. We'll set you back down there. And let's go hunting. You want to go hunting, Bartholomew? Nope. Okay, fair enough. I understand. From downtown. Is that gonna... That caused a chick? Oh, it caused a chick. No, it didn't. It almost killed the chicken. That's funny. So we heard that Enderman. Come on. Come on, show yourself. I need one more ender pearl, and then I can make the 2 ender chests that I need. One for here and one for the new base whenever we get around to heading that way. Again, because I do not want to make that trip more than I absolutely have to. That takes about an hour and a half, I think, in real time for me to get back to that site with the jungle. Well, it looks like the Enderman ran away. I may do some Enderman hunting in the next episode. Probably wait for night and take my chances there. But I will go ahead and end it here, guys. I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, go ahead and click like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. That'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.